Hello guys, and welcome to a video I've been waiting to do for quite a while. I am doing an Infinite Flight video, and by the title you may be looking at, it is what to expect so far as we know in 2017. Now I've written down everything that I've noticed over the past 2 months, dating back to August in 2016, of what has been announced or been teased on Instagram by Laura or Infinite Flight, and also there was a post today by Felipe, but nothing major was released in that. And I thought I might cover, for people who might come in now and think, oh, what might be happening, this video will be really aimed at them or people who want to know more, and I will go into depth and explain what is to be expected in 2017 of Infinite Flight. So, let's go into the first topic. So first topic I will be talking about is, of course, I've got to be talking about global flight. Now, I think this is the most stressed thing I'm about to talk about by developers and higher member people who have been in the game for such a long time. Now, they understand what the developers go through and all that, but the first thing I'm going to talk about global is every airport will be added. I see so many comments on Laura's page or Infinite Flight's page or any post done by Infinite Flight on Facebook is, will Dubai be added? Will my home airport be added? Yes, it will be added. Not by the time Global is released, not every airport will be made to the biggest, highest graphic degree possible, but the airport editing team will be doing as best a job to make every airport in the world to the highest standard possible. Now, of course, that's going to take a long time, and I'm sure by the time Global's released, not every single one will be done. But we can guarantee that runways will be there, airport frequencies will be there, and, well, at least unicoms will be there, and not all taxiway lines will be there, but the taxiways should be there for you to use. So, if you want to fly to your home airport, it should all be there available for you to fly into. Now, also, the most recent feature announced was probably the fuel feature. Now, everyone's like, Laura posted about the new ATC commands, which will be coming into the game. Now, she has stressed that it will only be on the expert server because she doesn't want so many trolls using the commands in the training server. So it will only be a feature in expert server, and of course IFATC like me will be helping you as controllers to help you as best as we possibly can to get you onto the ground if needs be. And also on other Instagram posts we have seen the fuel remaining, the fuel timer in the bottom, on the bottom of that, the fuel flow and the fuel used. So expect to see that. Another big feature is LNAV, which is lateral navigation. Now what this does is basically it's a feature where it will follow your flight plan for you. Now let's say I'm going to be crossing the pond from the UK to East America. I'm not going to be sat there for 6-7 hours wanting to do that flight. But if I put on LNAV, it will follow my flight plan for me, and it will get me to my destination, and so I can come back 7 hours later, maybe. I'm not sure how ATC frequencies will work. But I would come back 7 hours later to do the final leg of the journey and land the plane. So it's quite simple as that. Also, we have new weather maps coming into with Global. As many have seen, like, there have been high winds surrounding the San Francisco areas and all that. And Laura recently showed this on her Instagram, how there's dotted lines and then it gets darker and like into a red colour when it's at the highest point or a central area. So let's say it's a tornado or a hurricane in somewhere like America, you should be able to see it on the map where the winds are getting higher. Now also she released about the winds at higher altitudes, so higher crosswinds at 36,000 feet. So it's a lot easier there's a lot more realism in the game with the winds and the maps at higher altitudes. Another big feature that everyone has been requesting for such a long time is engine start up and shut down. Now she has confirmed this and she has been finding bugs about it, but she has sorted them, as she has mentioned in comments before on her Instagram. Now this does include a new feature called windmilling, which basically you see the engine just going around very slowly when it's turned off or in the wind. So it looks very realistic of how just very slowly going round. There were 2 or 3 videos Laura posted on Instagram of the C130 and the 787 doing windmilling, and also the fact that on 4-engine props so far, but I'm guessing it will come to jumbo jets as well, that you can turn off outer engines and leave the inner engines on, and that the windmilling will still occur on the outer engines. And that will be awesome to see, because I've been wanting that for ages. And it will just look so realistic, and it's so realistic to real life, because I have been on long range aircraft where they shut down an engine after landing and taxi with one engine. And Laura has insisted that it will affect the gameplay, affect the aircraft, so you will require more thrust to move at a lower speed. Just like you would in real life, because you're only using one engine. Now, also, she released back in September 2016 on her Instagram that she was fixing the gates. Now, a lot of people will realise that when you park in a gate, that the nose will be so much further forward than the gate. And basically, the nose will be at the front of the gate instead of all the way over the front of the gate. Because at many airports you'd think, oh, that'd be sticking right in the front of the terminal, and so basically she's fixed the feature, as far as I'm aware, that the nose will be in the gate allocation spot. So it's a really big win-win there. And also there is no more shaking after long flights. So a lot of people will be like, oh, to Laura that I've just flown from Hilo to Honolulu and my plane is shaking all over the place on the ground. She has confirmed back in August that will be gone with Global. So I can't wait for that, because it really does annoy me and it makes it harder to park more accurately. So that's a really good feature that I can't wait, and I'm sure everyone else will be so happy to see this in the game. Now, the other big thing that Laura and the dev team have announced, but it did go through the community first, was the poll that was what is next, the next aircraft. And the MD-11 and DC-10 won, and so that will be an awesome aircraft to see. Tri-jets, so a lot more freighters as well. We do have the 777 freighters and a few 747 freighters and a few 757s. But the MD-11, I know, has had a lot of freight airliners. For example, FedEx, they're a big one. So we can expect to see that at some point this year. And we probably, nearer the end of this year, will see another aircraft. But, of course, we don't know what that is yet, because they haven't announced anything. But, moving into what I would like to see, I would hope to see that maybe the Concorde would come with sometime this year, maybe into next year, or even the newly brought out Airbus 350. Now those two aircrafts would be awesome. I would love to see them in the game. But another big feature I'd love to see is gear tilt. Now gear tilt, basically when a plane is landing, when it lowers the gears, the gear is tilting as it comes in, and then the back wheels of the gear hit the floor, and then the front wheels come down as well, and then of course the nose gear comes down also. Now that would make it so much realistic, because you see it so much on A380s and 747s and 777s, because you just see the back wheel of the back wheel on the bigger aircraft land first, and then it just the main gear, you call it, and then it comes down slowly, and it would be really awesome to see that coming down. And the final thing I would love to talk about is what I would love to see in the game is a workshop mode. Now, I know a lot of people request add this livery to the Dreamliner or the A321. Now, with me working in virtual airlines, specifically BA, for like a big part of their global flight management, is to see their liveries in the game. Now, making liveries, I'm sure, is a very hard job, but if people had the power to be able to make their own liveries and make it into a workshop so people could download it, or they could use it, we could be using liveries that haven't been made by the devs, but that have been made by us for other people to use. We could be seeing a lot more liveries and a lot more companies out in the infinite flight skies, and it would just be awesome to see the variety of what people can make. And even if people were making virtual airlines that weren't real, they were just fictional, they can make their own livery for their own airline, and just make the whole airline come to life. And it just would be so awesome to be able to do that. I'm sure it's a very hard feature to make, a workshop mode, and I'm sure we probably won't see it at all. But if there was something that I would like, that's probably one of the highest things I'd like to see there. A workshop mode where you can make your own liveries, download some, and provide them to the pilots of Infinite Flight. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been my take on what I would like to see, and 2017 of Infinite Flight, and I'm sure people cannot wait until Global is released. I can't wait. I'll be doing so many flights in so many small jets around Europe, and it's just going to be awesome. And I'm sure everyone out there waiting for this update will be hyped for this. And small disclaimer: this is all made I'm just trying to get the date. 25th of January. So anything released after the 25th of January, I won't have covered, because this is when the video is made. And as I say, I'm sure I'm as hyped as you guys are, and I'm sure people can't wait. Until next time I speak to you guys on YouTube or on Infinite Flight, I'll speak to you then, and I'll see you later. Small thing, if you're new, click the subscribe button. Expect so much videos on GTA, FIFA, or different Infinite Flight videos that I will make eventually, and comment for anything you'd like to see on my channel. And until then, see you later.